Alright, the final video for the Lesser Banishing Ritual of the Pentagram. If you've been following me up to this point, you've cast your circle, performed the relaxation ritual, performed the Kabbalistic cross, the formulation of the pentagrams, and are now back at the center of your circle, facing east, standing in a cross form, with your feet together and your arms up and out, like a cross. You will now begin to evoke the archangels. Now, the triangles are only there for reference to the element. The triangles represent the four elements. They are the symbols of the four elements. This is air, water, fire, and earth. And that is also what the archangels represent. Now that you have created a small subatomic space, you are protecting it. After cleansing it, you are evoking these angels to protect your tiny subatomic universe. Now, standing in the cross form and visualizing yourself as a brilliant white cross of light, you will see before you, on a hill, very windy, a yellow-robed figure with purple highlights holding a caduceus wand, which, if you don't know what that means, that is the staff of Hermes that is on the side of every ambulance. The scepter with the two serpents entwining it and the wings at the top. That is a staff of Hermes. So you are envisioning this yellow-robed figure with purple highlights on a hill holding this staff of Hermes with the wind blowing from behind him towards you. And if you can't get all this, because this is intricate, don't force it. Just let it be whatever it is for now. Eventually it will become what it needs to be. Now you say, before me. Do not vibrate it, but speak with authority. Before me. Then vibrate the angel name Raphael. Now, while this isn't the correct spelling, that is the correct pronunciation. So when you're vibrating it, it goes Raphael. And that is the first. You have now evoked Raphael. Then you will not look behind you, but focus your mental attention behind you. And envision a blue-robed figure with orange highlights, standing amidst waterfalls. In my vision, I kind of vision him walking on water, standing next to the waterfalls, holding a cup. And you will say with authority, behind me. And then vibrate the name Gabriel. And thus you have evoked Gabriel. Now, you turn your mental vision towards your right side. Envision a powerful figure in scarlet robes with green highlights holding a flaming sword that exhibits the most extreme but not painful heat. And you will say, on my right hand, Michael. Now, whenever it comes to Hebrew words and Hebrew names, whenever you see a CH, it's always that, the loch, like the Irish or Scottish or whatever it is. So that'd be Michael, or Mikael, however you feel comfortable saying it. Now you have evoked Mikael. So we turn our attention to our left side. You envision a robed figure in brownish greens, pretty much any colors from the symbols of Earth, which I know I haven't got into the Queen scale colors of Malkuth yet, but just greens and browns for now. Holding some wheat in his hand in a verdant field, rich, ready to be sown with all sorts of fabulous, wonderful things. And you will vibrate Oriel. Obviously, after saying on my left hand. Sorry. And now you have evoked the angels. Now, you will have been in cross form this whole time, standing with your feet together and your arms out to your side. After you have evoked all four angels, you take your left foot and stand outwards. So you're now kind of standing like this little stick figure guy here. You are standing like that, and you will say, with authority, "For about me flames the pentagram, and within me shines the six-rayed star." And you will envision that flaming blue pentagram around you, and then a golden, warm hexagram of Solomon or Star of David, whatever you want to call it, the golden hexagram in your heart center. Right there. Hold this for about 10 seconds, and then take 3 deep breaths and let it go. And you have just completed the evocation of the archangels. Now, closing the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, there is one last thing you have to do afterwards, and that is rebalance any energies you might have put out of balance during the formulation of the pentagrams and the evocation of the archangels. So, you go back to the Kabbalistic cross, and you perform it just as you did before. Although now this time, since you've already grown your astral body, for the better part of most, I've never had to grow it again. It's already been still in that state of being. So I just notice that the speck of light's beneath me, the sphere of light's above my head, and go about doing it just like that. Slightly takes a little bit, shaves a little bit of time off of it, but the very first Kabbalistic cross, always make sure to go through and visualize yourself growing. And if for some reason when you go to perform the second one, if that's not there and that's not there, then yes, go through the process and regrow your body. And then do the ritual just as it was stated earlier. Take your hand, grab Kether, put it into your third eye, vibrate Ata, Malkuth, Vigadula, all that, breastplate, done. Lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram has just been completed. Now, what to do after that? If you followed my earlier videos, I said to do the relaxation ritual and then the tarot contemplation ritual. If you've been doing that, that is good. Now you wedge the lesser banishing ritual in between the two. You do your relaxation ritual, lesser banishing ritual, tarot contemplation ritual, and then record everything that happens during all of them in your ritual diary. And that is it for now. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I appreciate it. I'm not going to be using any AdSense, so I'm not really making any money off this. I'm doing this for you, not me. Definitely subscribe because there's going to be a lot more coming. The middle pillar will be the next topic we cover. It'll probably take two videos. It's not quite as intricate as the lesser banishing ritual. This is what it's all about right here. The lesser banishing ritual is the beginning. It is the long journey. You just now have stepped foot on the road to becoming a magician. And You're going to go through times where you think that it's not working. You're going to go through times where you think it's silly. You're going to go through times where you may even stop doing it for a couple days. But if you're doing it correctly, you will always come back. You will always come back because it's a power that you won't get anywhere else. It's a feeling you won't get anywhere else. I almost want to use the word high, but it's not really a high. It can feel like that, but it's not. It's something that you can't go without because it rebalances you. It resets everything back to the way it should be. And the more you do it, like I said earlier, you may do all this, but then go back out to deal with stupid people and get just as stressed out and put right back into your original state. Yeah, that's going to happen. But the more you do this, you'll begin to build up a resistance. And eventually, nothing can fuck with you. That's the whole point of being a magician. You are not infallible and not almighty, but you are imitating your God upon the earth. That is any religion. So you are as close to ineffable and almighty as it can possibly be gotten in physical form with human flaws. Because no matter what, no matter how much magic you do, you're always going to be human. And you have to accept that. But there is perks with being a physical human with flaws, and that is that we have this energy that runs our bodies, and if we learn how to control it, we can do so much more with it. This is Damon, signing off.